Always play ball, never AWOL. Oh, they mad now, cause they lost. That's on you, not on me. Lately my phone on D&D. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. My phone right back on D&D. It's like only rest if I RIP. I got my wife, I got my kids. Probably got a few friends that I don't need. Not fake, never been fraud. Been great, still a little flawed. Always need sign when they call. Order up a drink while I'm sitting at the bar. Like, I need a strong tail, Nico make two. Honey Jack with a little bit of juice. CYA throwing up the dose. I'm all in. Little grub at black and blue. No sauce, that strip got juice. For dessert, I just need a little mousse. I'm starving. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. Need what I want what I need. Need what I want now. Like 1, 2, 3, giddy up. Heard you thought it was a drought, is you serious? Make one call, turn the city up. Cop a little attaboy for the pick me up. Standing on the green like Wimbledon. Match point set serve, going for the win. Try to stay humble, still going do it big. Don't assume I'm cocky, I'm confident. Earned every dollar for the time I spent. Hard times, they come and go. 10 toes, I never fold. I can never, ever, ever go. I try to get some peace, that's all I need. I try to get some peace, that's all I need.
Oh, yes, sir. We Bob. Let's get that shit going real quick. Let's get it, man. Hit that goddamn like button, man.
Are you not entertained?
Let's get it. Answer that goddamn phone.
I'm here with you, damn it.
And you can slice. You can slice the face. You can slice the chest.
But you know what? It all comes back to one thing.
But it's not for children, though. I'm fucking with grown folks right now.
Come on, man.
Raiders, make sure to remind folks to put Q colon in front of their question so that grabs my attention.
Put a key up front of it.
It's Timmy time.
Brother, this guy stinks!
Goddamn you two correctional officers. I hope they pay you well.
Glad everybody stopped by, having a real good time, my guy. Rocky coming through, letting know he shoot goddamn rope for the bug out.
Pause.
Ron, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. Ian, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member.
You know, they're gonna be like, he was a good man. Yeah!
Make sure you Geppetto the like button. Put me back in the goddamn algorithm.
Emotional, damn it.
Fun is definitely what we're going to be heavily focused on.
I think that everybody's on Sabinja's balls. They got them both cupped with the hands, like kind of like this. Like, let me cup them for you.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Chris, you know you got the goddamn hooked on phonics, sir. Here we go. I'm ambidextrous.
What more do you want from me?
I'm not a goddamn mathematician. I don't think Dwayne is here. My resident mathematician. Y'all already know what the goddamn deal is, man. Man cave Mondays, better late than never. Give me a Lima Charlie if you can hear me loud and clear, man. Hopefully y'all are having a good time already. Hopefully everything's already popping. Let me turn down this goddamn music. Boosie, turn that shit down, bro. Let's get it going real quick.
Come on, man.
Give me a Lima Charlie if you can hear me loud and clear. I see you entering chat with that goddamn check mark, sir. I see that shit, sir. Where you find that shit at, man?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Technically, T coming through, sir. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Hey, I got to start the night off with a goddamn ghost. We gonna start it off with a ghost. Get it going real quick. We'll eventually get to the bourbon and the smokes. I got some videos I was gonna watch, and I told myself, I said, self, might as well watch this shit with the peoples, man. You already know what the goddamn deal is. So I appreciate everybody already kicking that goddamn door in. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Sitting here rocking out with my cock out.
Pause.
Just having a good old time. Hopefully y'all are having a good one, man. My name is Marine X. I run this goddamn channel. You already know what the goddamn deal is. Clap that shit up for your boy. This Man Cave Mondays, I just kind of sit back, talk about whatever I want to. Oh my God. Bentley says the Phase Pop is the best flavor, sir. No. No, Bentley, don't do that to yourself, sir. The Phase Pop is so trash. Man, oh man, I got to put your comment on the screen, bruh. He says that Phase Pop is the, listen, I got like 11 or 12 Phase Pops in the Man Cave fridge right now. Those things are so fucking trash, man. They are so trash. I don't know what's going on with it, but hopefully you're having a good day, man. I appreciate y'all kicking the goddamn door in. If people are already coming in loud and clear with the confirmations, I appreciate that stuff coming through. Tater Dom, thanks for stopping by, making that stuff happen, letting it be known that y'all are having a good old time. Bentley, hey, thank you for stopping by as well. Zach, what up, man? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in a lot of places you could have been, but for some reason you're sitting here kicking it with me. We appreciate that stuff. I am still from the ghetto, sir. Me and you both, man. Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke something, bitch.
You already know I'm gonna go ahead and light that shit up. Great time for a stick. I concur with you, my guy. Red Lobo, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Big Smoke coming out with my, we'll talk about what I'm smoking, what I'm gonna drink on. We're gonna start off with the damn, you know what I'm saying? We'll start off with the Ghost Energy drink. I just got done dealing with these goddamn kids. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
You know what I'm saying? Ethan says, hey, these late night live streams be getting it freaking popping, man. Make sure you hit that goddamn like button, sir. We appreciate you kicking the door in. Just saying what up to people. Make sure y'all say what up to everybody as well. Technically, T, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Bryce, what up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. A lot of places you could have been, but for some reason you came by here, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate y'all when y'all kick the door in and all that good stuff. So I just wanted to kind of just chill out, man. Cave Monday, just kind of chill. There's some videos I wanted to watch. I want to talk about what I carried today. Today was a joggers type of day. So because it's a lighter type of day, I tend to carry different stuff. And then, of course, I dropped an entire, damn near a Snyder's cut, like a EDC Snyder cut of the shit that I'm actually carrying for the winter. You know what I'm saying? And it took a while to put that video together. I'm really trying to like hone in on just how I do live streams and all that good stuff. So super interesting to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to fully fully lay out exactly what I carry and all that good stuff as well. So let me know what y'all carried in your pocket. Is your day already over? If you're on the East Coast, it hasn't even hit 2100 on the East Coast yet. If you're on the West Coast, you might already be freaking in a nightstand. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep the blankets. Try not to let the missus know that you're watching X. You know what I'm saying? Put your goddamn headphones in. You don't want to know what's going on over here, man. Put the goddamn headphones in if you're already in the goddamn bed, okay? Just get that shit going. Put them headphones in if you're already in the goddamn bed. We wouldn't want your freaking old lady think you got some crazy shit going on real quick, man. Hey, get off that goddamn pole, ladies. Get off that pole, watch them titties. I might need you later on. I guess we could talk about what I'm smoking today. I'm going to have an Underground Shade by Drew Estate. I'm a big fan of Drew Estate sticks. They get the job done. I'm a big fan of them. I'm going to pair that. I haven't grabbed it yet, but I got this Pikes Veal Straight Rye. We'll have some of that as well. And just kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just have a good old, like a nice mixture of the two. I'm a big fan of anything Drew Estates for the most part, and that would include this one as well. So kind of just sitting here chilling out, and I really like the vibes of Drew Estate type stuff. I like the fact that they give me just nice honey toasty type of flavoring. I like the Maduro or the Robusto. It doesn't really matter which kind it is. I kind of just rock out with either one of them all the time. Michael's at the third shift at work. Well, thanks for putting in the headphones or whatever you're doing and listening, man. We're going to have that with the Pikes Veal Straight Rye. This is a cousin of Elijah Craig. They Heaven's Hill Distillery. They're all pumped out of the same distillery, but this is a rye, whereas Elijah Craig is a bourbon. So it's just a real nice vibe going on today. I really want to start off with an energy drink, though, just because, you know, want to make sure we freaking keep that last second win going and all of that good stuff. So, of course, I already got my stuff lit. Already got it going on. And so got it lit. I did a straight guillotine style cut. I've already started gaining some ash on there and all of that good stuff in the pocket for today. Today was a joggers type of day. You saw my full, I don't know if you had a chance to watch my video. If not, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. I know you got other shit going on. It was a super basic type of day. I didn't actually carry a goddamn knife in the pocket today.
Hey,
What?
bro, come on now.
Hold on,
dog.
Boosie.
Come on, man.
Yeah, so I just had the Leatherman Free P4 in the pocket today. Work from home type of day, easy going type of day. Of course, I get packages for YouTube. I got to break down stuff for the house, etc., etc. So this does all the basic shit. Okay, if I'm not going anywhere, if I don't have a lot going on, I could just throw this in my pocket, zip up my joggers, not even use the pocket clip, and just kind of let it just manifest its way around the pocket overall. I am back on the Phoenix PD25R. I like this little flashlight. This thing kind of just, it makes me feel really good inside whenever I use it. I don't know what it is about this thing. It's just like a super small flashlight. It has a bigger brother called the Phoenix PD35R, which I carry in my get home bag. This one here, though, it's a super small light. I don't even know what the max lumens on this is. I just know that this flashlight overall, it has a rear tail switch to get it turned on. And then once you turn it on, it has like this little bronze stainless steel switch right here to go through the different modes. And so we're going to test this out. This does have a spotlight on it. I don't know if it has a lock on it. I'm still learning this light, okay? So I'm still learning this light. We'll see how it goes. And I do like the different modes it has. It seems to get pretty freaking bright. If you kind of just look behind me, it does get pretty freaking bright. So that's low mode. I guess that's number 2. Number 3, that's high. And I'm not going to go in strobe mode just in case. So that's a pretty decent output on this flashlight. Oh, no, it even goes brighter than that. Okay. And I like the fact it has a spotlight. This small of a light to have a spotlight and not to be a floodlight. Yeah, that's kind of dope. It also has you can put it on your cover because of the way the pocket clip is built. So it seems like a pretty reliable little flashlight. That's it, man. That's all that's in the pockets. Of course, I had the wallet overall just in case, you know, I had to go somewhere to pick up my kiddos. I can't drive without a driver's license, but I've already put the wallet away. I've already put the keys away. Still rocking the VAR 8A12 Dirty Dozen. I've talked about this in the video today. This is it's a micro brand here in the United States, but this one is one of their made in Switzerland watches. It does has a Swiss automatic movement in the back. And I don't know, just a real vibey type of shit. The only other thing I got over here with me right now, I do have my brand new, listen, these Field Reporters notes. I have been in love with these Field Reporters notes. I bought these on a whim, and I have been using these at my man cave desk. If you just go to Amazon and just search the word Reporters Notepad, but put in Field Notes. Matter of fact, I'll drop a link if you want to check these out. 70 pages, and they are literally the length of like what a reporter would carry around. And the thing just gets the job done. I use this thing to take notes all the time and avoid writing my bigger EDC journal and just jot shit down all the time. I think I will be picking these up quite a bit more and more. Paired that with the tactile turn side click force patina pen. I think they started off with a copper base and then they force patinaed it. A little bit too much force patina in my opinion. You can't even fucking tell it was copper underneath. You know what I'm saying? It's just too much tactile, too much on this one. A little bit too much. Yeah, as a reminder, appreciate the reminder, Tater. I'll make sure you hit that goddamn like button, man.
Are you not entertained?
Paul is here as well. What up, man? Video audio sounds good. Appreciate that. Izzy is here. What up? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. We hear you loud and clear. Let's see. Zach says, X, you got to try a Strabango margarita from Ghost. Listen, I went to my local Kroger and they had a couple of them. I know GNC. I know GNC sells Ghost. Kroger sells Ghost, and then you could buy Ghost on Amazon. I normally just buy it on Amazon. I ended up buying it. It was really good. It was really good. Right now, though, I'm still kind of rocking. One of my favorite 2 flavors is either the sweetest fish or cherry limeade. It's hard for me to get away from these 2. And if you haven't heard of Ghost Energy Drink, this thing has, let's see, how many milligrams of caffeine is in this? It is 200 milligrams of natural caffeine. They actually extract the caffeine from coffee beans. So it's not quote unquote healthier, but no sugar in it, extracting it from coffee beans. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Put a Q colon in front of your question or your comment. It helps gain my attention. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I don't want you to think I don't want to pay attention to you. I don't want you to think I'm freaking shitting on you. Okay, I just want you to put a Q colon in front of your stuff so I can actually see what you said and not think I'm ignoring you. Okay. Widows is here as well, giving me the loud and clear confirmation. Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. Rocking with a rooster. Okay. Rooster as in a stick or literally rocking with a rooster? I mean,
what? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Well, it wouldn't be a cigar because you say you don't smoke, so I got you. Let's see. Bentley says, I hope you're having a good one too. I love ice pop flavors. I'm just biased. I can understand that, man. Listen, I made the mistake when it comes to the phase pop. I bought it in a 12 pack, and lo and behold, I don't freaking like it. So now it's here in the man cave, literally for my guest. I don't even know if I can pull it up and show you. I think I can. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. It's so crazy because so right here in my man cave fridge are those ghosts. You can't even see them. Hold on. Let's bring you around. So you can kind of see them right there next to the freaking cherry limeades. Those are your freaking phase pops, Bentley. They're going to stay exactly where they're at. Just sitting there wishing they could be touched, okay? They're just going to sit there and wish. Twisted Fat Wood says, how's it going? It's going pretty good, man. I'm just sitting here chilling out, man. So I got a couple of videos lined up. I got my boy Kidrick Foster just dropped his man cave video. I want to see his 2024 man cave updates. I'm about to do my man cave tour. So, of course I got to steal some goddamn ideas from
Hey,
him.
bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Of course we got to make that shit happen. But so I want to check that out. I seen Zach in the Wild put a farewell video up. You always grab me by the balls when you do shit like that.
Pause.
Okay, it's a way to grab the scrotum when you put a farewell video up and you're a YouTuber. Okay? Where are you going, Zach? Don't tell me you're leaving, and don't none of you freaking peasants spoil it in the chat if you've already watched the video. It's lined up for me to watch, okay? I saw that one. And then there might be a couple of EDC videos I might want to check out as well. So we got a few things to kind of check out. Michael is here as well, says fantastic. Been looking forward to one of your lives. Well, thanks for kicking the door in, man. So you got a good goddamn head on your shoulders, okay? Battalion Stallion, stand up, man. Let it be known that you're sitting here. She was looking for the same thing as well. Looking for the same thing as well. Bryce says, best EDC bag for chefs carrying their knives. Ooh. Bryce says, what is the best EDC bag for a chef carrying their knives? I think I will fumble that bag, to be honest with you, Bryce. I don't know. I don't know if I know the answer to that, man. I don't know. Brawny, I saw your video that says this is not a regular Hogue. I didn't comment. Shame on me. I did like the video though. And I was like, what? Is Brawny coming through with this Hogue sauce? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in, my guy. Somebody in chat let Bryce know what will be a good EDC bag for a chef carrying his knives, because I'm assuming your knives, you might have like a 13-inch knife, etc., etc. I want to say a tool roll. I don't know, man. It sounds like something like from O Knife might have some gimmicky shit. Or maybe even like Montana Knife Company might have some type of stuff that might be able to satisfy that. I hate myself. I don't know the freaking. I feel like that's something I need to kind of research a little bit. No, I'm not ending the live, man. We're just sitting here chilling out, man. I got a little bit of time. Everybody in the entire house is asleep, so we're good to go. Am I a sneakerhead, says Jay. I am so bad about buying shoes of all types. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Mrs. X didn't buy me shoes, I would not have sneakers. Last time I bought myself a pair of sneakers, I was on base in 2021. In 2020. It was right before they shut down the base for the pandemic. I was on base in the exchange. They had 4 different pairs of Jordan number 1s in different colors. I bought all 4 colors. And I was like, I should be good for the next couple of years. And I just did that, okay? So, but for Mrs. X, I would not have sneakers at all. What is tonight's smokes? Yeah, we just talked about that with the Undercrown the Undercrown Under Shade by Drew Estates. And we're going to have a Pikesville once I get done knocking back this damn energy drink. And you probably can rewind the stream a little bit. It has the video of what I'm smoking up there. Jiggly baby feeders bouncing with the with the smile. Absolutely. Whenever the girls jump up on the screen, normally I have to put them up there, you know, if I'm going to relight a smoke or if I got to get up for a second. Rocking the Swiss Tech. What is it? The G. Oh my God. I freaking hate myself. I am so bad at pronouncing crap. Okay, you guys, for those that don't come by the live streams very often, you're going to see that pretty quick. Swiss Tech. Let me look that shit up though. G. Rendant. Let's see what we working with real quick. Field trip. I want to see what we working with. So we got the Swiss Tech. This is okay. First off, $29.97. Sir, you got a good goddamn head on your shoulders. Came through with a nice, manageable price. Now, this is AUS 8 blade steel. So one thing, Bryce, you know, you're going to be sharpening the shit out this more often than not. But if you're just using this for like everyday carry type of tasks, who cares? Opening boxes. They got a little bit of carbon fiber inlay in that. That's what it says on the description. Interesting. I mean, they can do stuff like that. So it's carbon fiber mixed with aluminum, ceramic ball bearings, low profile back flipper. Some people don't like thumb studs. I like a, you know what I'm saying? I like a good old thumb stud. The Den of Tools. Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in, my guy. I guess I'll run it back. I'll run it back for you real quick. So I'm drinking. I'm gonna have Pikesville here in a second. Den of Tools. Right now I'm smoking a Undercrown by Drew Estates, and I'm a big fan of a lot of stuff Drew Estates, except for the acid. I don't like stuff that has a lot of flavor. I don't like that shit. Okay. But I'm a big fan of like Undercrown. I'm a big fan of Nightshade. I'm a big fan of like Tabaka Especial, which does have a little bit of flavor on it. I like this stick specifically because it does give me sweet cream. Okay, it gives me nuts. It gives me jelly. It gives me honey. It gives me all the good flavors and notes that I enjoy. That's why I can buy this in boxes of 20, or excuse me, boxes of 10 normally, and just kind of just chill out and all of that good stuff. Now, I like to pair this with the Pikesville Straight Rye. I don't know if they pair correctly together, but I was reading online some people that tried this before, and they seem to enjoy it with the combination of the two. So I'm going to have it with the Pikesville. Comes from Heaven Hills Distillery, which is the same place they make Elijah Craig. You know, I love me some Elijah Craig, especially the barrel, the cash strength, barrel proof type stuff. So we'll have it with that. But yeah, let me know what you guys carried. I saw in your video today, Den of Tools, when you mentioned the Vodsteed. Listen, I love me some Vodsteed Raccoon. Vodsteed sent me out their Thunderbird, which I don't know if I featured it on a video yet. But it's they've been pumping out some bangers lately. They've been definitely trying to pump out some bangers lately. I bought a 9mm combat military knife. Aliens are real. Hold on, man. Listen, I didn't even intend to do that many field trips, but this just sounds like some stuff I need to look up. All right, let's see. Combat military knife. A 9mm. So millimeters a measure of length. And then you said it's called a 9mm combat military knife. So do you mean like from an army surplus? Or you talk about something like that? Because it almost sounds like a K-bar. Is that what something you're talking about? I keep my, like, I literally still have one of the K-bars that was issued to me when I was in the Marines, that was gifted when I left the Marines. It was signed out where I could take it with me. It's always around, but I don't keep it sharp anymore. You know, it's just kind of there, if that makes sense. I mean, but if you're rocking something like that, man, you know what I'm saying, then do your thing. Bentley says, do you think a leather satchel would be a good or bad EDC bag? Only leaning for the gray man, Western aesthetic in the look. So I don't think a leather satchel would be a bad look. The only thing about it is the actual strap that's going to keep it, like, that's going to touch your neck, that's going to be around you, as long as that doesn't get on your nerves. So if the strap is made of like nylon, or if it doesn't have a shoulder pad, that can get on your nerves. And if the satchel sits too low and it's always bumping against your hip as you walk, that might get on your nerves. But is it going to be bad? No, especially if it's full grain leather. If it's like a really good part of the cow hide, then it may be very durable and it may have some fantastic patina. Top grain is fine, all that good stuff. But, you know, at work overnight security, so I am rocking. Gotcha. Okay. Well, hopefully everything is going good down there in the bottom of Texas, man. My Nightcore EDC 27 just broke. The switch don't click no more. Hater, I would reach out to them for a warranty. They're pretty responsive. So the very first Nightcore EDC 27 I had rattled when I walked. Like every time I took a step, it jingled like I was announcing myself. I reached out, and this is me. This was the first EDC 27 I had. I bought with my own money. I reached out to them and they just sent me another one. Then I let them know I ran a YouTube channel and so forth and so on. They started sending me shit. So the EDC 27's only been out for like a year and a half. I would imagine they take care of you. If they don't, and you know what another thing, hater, is when you reach out to them, CC me on that email. My email is info@themarinex.com. CC me on that email. Let's just see what I want to see what type of response you get. I want to see what type of response you get. Jay says, look into the Casio Oceanus watches from Japan. Field trip. Let's look that shit up real quick. So I love me a good old Casio G-Shock. They always got me by the balls.
Pause.
Okay, but we can also look at the Casio. Let's check these out. Well, the landing page is freaking attractive. I like that shit. Look at that. Goodness gracious. That's a nice, oh my God, 2,700.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even know Casio had the ability to sell a watch that costs more than $150.
What?
Okay, I didn't think they could.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
In my head, all Casios, whether they were Baby G's or G-Shocks or whatever, just all of them cost less than $150. Shame on me, right? I know better. I need to toss myself up out of here. Like, I know that they have stuff that costs more than that, but just something just made me feel so. Reporting the EDC breaking news. Are you talking about because I'm talking about Zach in a while, right? That shirt is dope. The Mario shirt, says Bronny. Yeah, I was wearing that to film the B-roll. I'm trying to be a good YouTuber and film a little bit of B-roll before the live stream. And that's what I was rocking earlier before I took a shower, which is kind of nonsensical because I took a shower before the live stream just to smoke a stick to take another shower before I get in the goddamn bed. Okay, so it's just like, you know. But anyways, hey man, thanks for kicking it. Listen, I know the J is silent. I wanted to learn how to pronounce your name. Put it phonetically in chat for me. Sup X, I hope I didn't miss much. Nah, man, we just sitting here, you know what I'm saying? I just kind of rocking out. I haven't even started watching videos yet. I just wanted to go through chat, see what y'all were carrying, see what some things y'all might want me to look up. You know what I'm saying? Etc. etc. Mr. Goodies is here as well. X, can you talk about your go-to EDC holster? I'll talk about it, but I won't pick it up. I won't pick it up because I want this live stream to stay live. And shout out to the Den of Tools for letting me know that, you know, YouTube does not like, when you're on a live stream, YouTube does not like for you to handle a boomstick. When you make a regular video and put it on YouTube, you can handle it. But on live streams, you cannot handle a boomstick. Okay. I like to have happy hybrid holsters. And I want to make sure hybrid holsters. Let me look it up real quick. Hidden hybrid holsters. I always say happy hybrid holsters. So, Mr. Goodies, I use two different holsters. My favorite one is the hidden hybrid holsters. I prefer the appendix carry. I don't even know if they make stuff if you want to like carry at the 9 o'clock or carry on your belt, but I prefer to appendix carry. You just come here, you put in the information of your weapon, and the one that I specifically got, I have a J-frame 30 Saturday Night Special by Smith & Wesson. And what I like about it is I have the clip, but it also allows for the it allows for an extra claw that you can put on there. And when you put that claw on there, J Ken, I got you. Appreciate that. So when you just come here, you describe exactly what you're looking to do. I guess you can get this one here and carry it on your belt. Okay, that makes sense. I don't like the double clip action. I understand why some people like that. I like the single clip, and then I just like to add a little concealment claw. And what this claw does, they add it to this side of the actual holster. That forces the actual holster to stay closer to your body. And when you draw the weapon, the holster won't come out with the weapon. So this is my go-to for appendix carry. Now for, I also will carry with hook and loop, and I'll carry hook and loop in like a fanny pack or a sling bag. I can't remember the name of the holster company, but when I carry, I carry a Bodyguard 380, and I just carry that in a little appendix holster, or excuse me, in a little hook and loop holster, right in my fanny pack or my sling bag or whatever. So if I'm wearing some type of shorts, some running shorts or something like that that can't handle appendix carry, I would normally rock that. So hopefully that kind of gives you some insight. I'm not going to link this up because YouTube also doesn't like you linking up boomstick stuff, but just kind of snatch a screenshot of this or just write down hidden hybrid holsters is kind of my go-to when it comes to the holster type stuff. Let's see. Might want to check out Walmart. They have the possibly started becoming a main. Yeah, so the one thing for Ghost, I didn't know they had Ghost there as well. Okay, very well. Yeah, Bronny, Ghost is like, listen, I just wanted to get away from Red Bulls. Red Bulls are just so, like, if you look at the caffeine level, it's not natural caffeine. The sweeteners is a little bit weird. So I really wanted to get away from it. So I follow this freaking guy on Instagram. His name is Jayhawk, Johnny Hostetter. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he was in Cleveland, Ohio, and Ghost hired him. They liked his content so much they hired him, and they moved him to Chicago. I said, that sounds like a commendable company. I gotta give him a try. I gotta give him a try. Jamie or Jaime says, thoughts on the Leatherman Boaster? That is new to me. Is this something that's old or is it new? Field trip. Let's look that up real quick. So the Leatherman Boaster, this is $49.90. Okay. All right. So the Leathermans that are sub $100, I'm very particular about how they feel in the hand. Any Leatherman that's below $100, Jamie, I would say you need to get it in your hand because some of them cut. They feel weird. Hold on, let me grab one. So when you get a Leatherman that's below $100, of course you're giving up a lot of stuff. But one of the biggest complaints I have with those type of Leathermans is a lot of times they just feel really rough in the hands. So this is the Leatherman Wingman. This is very similar to what that Boaster looks like. This thing in the hand, it kind of hurts in the hand. It still has a capable tool set. This one here is the pliers themselves are spring loaded. And if that's what you're looking for, then you can get something like this with the Wingman versus the Boaster doesn't look spring loaded. And I don't really like this because of how it feels in the hand. It just kind of feels like it's cutting into whenever you go to wrench down on something, it kind of feels like you're cutting into it. And the Wingman scissors are nowhere near as good as scissors that they put on other Leathermans. Now, the Boaster doesn't, what you just showed me here, the Boaster doesn't have scissors, so you don't really care about that. And that file that's on there, that's a smaller file. And that file is okay. I just took that file out of my Leatherman Free P4. Here's that same exact file. I took that file out of my Leatherman Free P4 mainly because it's not a diamond file. It doesn't have the file on the side of it. So this is what it looks like when you take that file out. And so I replaced that with a file that I bought or from a Leatherman Curl. I had to do a little bit of on my cutoff wheel and actually do a little spot weld. I'm really trash at welding, but I was able to make it work. But that's what that file looks like. It gets the job done. If you don't use your file very often and you don't care, then I think you'll be okay with it. It looks like it also has a slotted screwdriver and it has a Phillips. I wish it looks like the slotted screwdriver has a box opener. Like if you see right here on the side, the reason it looks like that, I think that's so you can open boxes. So that's like a box cutter. And then this looks like a bottle cap lifter, but I can't really tell. And then over here, you have a small little serrated blade, that file I just showed you, and then a can opener, and then you have a lanyard holder. So my initial thoughts about the bolster is on their own website, they only have 4 stars. That's suspect. I would just go read reviews and see what do people not like about it. Because it's very apparent that if it does have wire cutters, which it doesn't look like it does, those are not replaceable wire cutters. And so that might be something that you might care about, because in the future, if you ever want to replace the wire cutters like this Wingman, you cannot replace the wire cutters. The only way, so these cutters here, I have to sharpen them. Whereas on my Leatherman Free P4, I'm able to replace these wire cutters if and when they ever get too damaged. Okay, but this is $149 or something like that. If you can spring it, I would try to, just my favorite go-to recommendation is the Leatherman Wave Plus, and then buy a clip for it or something like that. But the that would be something I would probably aim for. The bolster looks cool, but if you could just save the money, just, you know what I'm saying, I'm not digging into your budget, but if you could just save the money and go for the Wave Plus, I think, or the Curl, I think you would be satisfied with that. But I would probably save my money and try to get a Leatherman Wave Plus. So hopefully that answers your question. Let's see what else we got here before I jump into a video. Let's see. He says, when you said rocking out with your cock out, I figured you meant a rooster. Absolutely. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you mean. Ladies, keep them company real quick. I got to get my stuff lit real quick. I appreciate that. Hit that goddamn like button. Let me use this freaking lightsaber. Get this thing lit real quick. Make sure you hit that like button real quick. Put me back in the algorithm. I think this will get the job done. Yep, that works. Ladies, get off that pole. Get off that pole. Watch them goddamn breasts. We might need you later on. If I have to relight my stuff up, I might need you later on. The Hogue Deca is fire. I just posted a video. Yeah, like I said, I watched that earlier. A Blade Brigade collab with the original GOAT. Yeah, I need to I watched it earlier while setting up my stream. I kind of had you on a 65-inch, man. And I love my Hogue Deca. That's my carry, at least probably until mid-March, until we get into the spring. I'll probably mix it up. But I really want to work my Deca out because it just hasn't been, I feel like I haven't worn it in enough, if that makes sense. You know. I'll continue my quest. Got it. Yeah, the rollout pouch might be the way to go. Yep. What are we drinking? The shirt is dope. Yep. Heading to bed. Hey, man, have a good one. $2 grand for a Casio. Yeah, 100%. I'm kind of right there with you. Like 2,000 American dollars for a goddamn Casio. Good God, that's a lot of money.
He needs some milk.
No, I need that watch to come down in price just a little bit. It was so aesthetically pleasing, but man, Red Lobo says, I think I'm going to get a Spyderco Yojibo 2. One thing I like about Spyderco is Spyderco is really confident in messing with new blade steels. What I mean by that is when Chris Reeve and Crucible came out with, I think they came out with S35VN in 2017 through 2018. Spyderco, even though Chris Reeve is a knife maker, Spyderco was like one of the first companies to be bold enough to like give it a go in one of their knives. Magna Cut came out in 2019 and people creamed themselves for it. And overall, like Spyderco's willing to kind of go out there and try new stuff. What is that blade steel LCN 200? They're using that type of stuff. They're using Japanese blade steel like VG10, S45VN for like a pair of two. So I can appreciate that. I don't rock my Spydercos as much as I could. Ever since I accidentally acid washed the freaking tip of my damn Spyderco PM2, I've hate myself.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
It was an idiot. I was using acid to clean the side of a pool, and I used my Spyderco knife to open the next bottle of acid. What is that acid called? Mercuric acid, whatever that shit is. Super powerful acid where you have to wear a mask and keep it away from yourself. Yeah, it tore up the tip of my Spyderco. And ever since then, it kind of hurt my heart. But I did get a Spyderco Mannix to make me feel better, so that's a good thing, right? X, you caught any of the episodes of the TV show Twisted Metal? Pretty funny. Oh my God, yes, I've seen Twisted Metal. When I can remember I moved to Texas in 1996. And I remember like in the late 2000s or late 90s, early 2000s, I would go over to a buddy's house and he had Twisted Metal 2. And we would just play Twisted Metal 2 for hours and hours and hours. You know, this was when kids went outside, you know. You know, like when kids would actually leave their house and walk to someone else's house. Yeah, those were the days back in the day, right? My 8-year-old should be 9 on Wednesdays. Congratulations. I have to damn near bribe her to get out the house. I got all these electric scooters and bikes. I got 2 one-wheels, skateboards. I got all sorts of shit. I'm like, hey, why don't you get on a scooter? Go to a park, see if a kid steals the goddamn scooter, right? It's an electric scooter. I would assume that you might get in a fist fight or something. Oh, no, I'm okay. Girl, if you don't get your ass on that goddamn bike, get your ass on that scooter, make some life happen. But yeah, I've seen that, man. Let's see. It says your EDC reported because of the notepad. Yeah, it's so crazy because I only picked up this field notes notepad literally because I use my EDC journal for a lot of different stuff. But here in the man cave, I keep my EDC journal and I use it for what the tasks I have to do that day. But I want to keep a running list of stuff. I do YouTube, but I also have a day job. But whenever I need to do different shots for YouTube, or if I want to make sure I don't forget something in a YouTube video, I would literally just write a list and cross it off. Or if I have a list of things to do before I get off work, like my work hours, I work from 06 to 14:30 every day, right? Like tomorrow, I start work at 06. If there's a lot of shit I have to do, I would literally write it in this notepad. I didn't think it would be so useful, but this is actually a compliment to my EDC journal that I use every single day. And shout out to freaking Field Notes for coming out with that freaking fire, man. That's just so fantastic. Have I looked into Tier 1 Concealed? Is that a holster company? Field Trip. Let me look that shit up real quick. Tier 1 Concealed. It is a holster company. No, I've never heard of them. So the reason that I even started carrying hidden hybrid holsters is because I was at Blade, Texas a couple of years ago. And Blade show's a Blade show, but they also have other people there, and Hidden Hybrid was there. they let me try one of their holsters, and I thought it was pretty dope. I think this was even before I started my YouTube channel. So I kind of been rocking with them ever since. I've never heard of these people, but I will do this. I will save them. Let's save them in my discoveries tab. Appreciate you informing me about that, man. Now I can look them up. I like to keep it like a discoveries tab, and then every now and again take little breaks from work and kind of just look up things that I discovered during these live streams, or I write it down on my little notepad. So appreciate that. Let's see. Listen, so I've looked that up before. I sell a glass flask on my website, and I like my glass flask, but it's a little too tall for my premium EDC pouch. That glass flask, I think it's over $100 though. Last time I looked it up. I think it was over $100. Kyle says, "Hey, Marine X, shout out from Brazil. Just let you know your knowledge is being heard here. Hey, man, I appreciate you for making it happen. Freaking south of the equator, man. You got a good goddamn head on your shoulders. Let me bring it in real quick, okay? Let's bring it in real quick, okay? Listen, Kyle, if I'm mispronouncing that, I apologize. But me and Mrs. X would love to go 30 toes with the Brazilian. If you can make that happen, we would appreciate that. Listen, we have a reason to go to South America. My Mrs. X dad lives in Trinidad, and we have a bunch of cousins that live in Venezuela. Now, we can't go to Venezuela because, you know, we might not ever fucking leave.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
But I own property in Venezuela because it's fucking dirt cheap, but I had to buy the property through Mrs. X dad. He has Venezuelan citizenship. He just lives in Trinidad right now. So I've never seen the house that I own there, but I bought the house for less than $10,000, and it's like the size of one of the houses in my neighborhood. So, but we would love to go to Brazil and go 30 toes with somebody, okay? We're always, you know, just let me know. Just bottom of the barrel Brazilian is still like a 10 in American terms, okay? I can't remember the last time I seen a pleasantly plump goddamn Brazilian. Like, do they exist?
Bro, what are you talking about?
No, I mean,
man?
really, I'm just saying. Like, do they exist? Mr. Goody says, the fact that you carry a J-frame and smoke cigars is an icon, sir. I appreciate that, man. But I also carry a little Bodyguard 380, which is a little wee baby there. Hopefully, I still get my clout. Listen, the Super Tool 300 rides the bag. Well, first off, thank you for serving us as an EMT. We do appreciate that. Field trip. Let me tell you something. The Super Tools are like something that I'm always on the base website. This is shopmyexchange.com. So if you're currently active duty, or if you're a veteran, you can shop on shopmyexchange.com. And the thing is, I am so interested in getting, I don't need it though, because I just modified my Leatherman Free P4. Like, I have no need for it. But I really want to get the charge. This is the charge with the one. I think this is the charge with the 154 CM. It comes with the Leatherman toolkit. I don't need it, but the pocket clip, all that type of stuff. I'm very upset that I did not get the G10 charge before they discontinued it. Like, I'm very upset about that. But one thing I'm very interested in picking up is the Super Tool 300M, which is the military version, because it has the carbon scraper on it. And I would love to pick that thing up. You can buy it on Leatherman's website. You don't have to buy it on the base, because there's a 300 EOD, which I have absolutely no need for, and then there's the regular Super Tool, which is $85. But the Super Tool has all sorts of variants on it, but the one that I'm highly interested in is the 300M. You can still attach your cleaning rods to it if you need to like clean your boomsticks. I want to kind of pick it up in this coyote color, but it has the big beefy pliers, the same pliers that are on the Leatherman Mutt, which I own, so I don't need this. But it has those fantastic cutters. These cutters are easily replaceable. It has great wire crimpers on it. Now over here, it does have the bit holder. It has the fantastic diamond file, and it's black, which gets Grandpa excited. I don't even care about the blade steel because I usually have a knife on me. I don't need the can opener. And it does have the small like nail puller, but it has this carbon scraper here, which I think is replaceable. I can't remember. And then of course you get a serrated blade. Like, this is a decent tool set in the 300M version of the super tool. But I have no reason to buy it. Yeah, they do have a pretty good discount directly on their website. So does Spyderco. Spyderco offers like 50% off for I know for military. I don't know. I think for first responders too. 50% off retail, not sell items, just retail. So I'm always looking at stuff like that. But now that I'm here, let's see. Field trip. Let's see what we got here. So look at this. I can get this is one thing the Benchmade tax that I hate, right? This is what I think is unfair, okay? Leatherman or Benchmade does not bump up their prices for military prices. They keep the prices MSRP. They also discount them. Like a mini bug out, $99. This is where I bought my mini bug out, 99 bucks. This is how much the mini bug out should cost. Or if I want to get this new variant of the Benchmade bug out with the gray scales and the black coated, $155. And the bailout $189. That's what it should cost. But if I get the bailout from like Blade HQ, it's going to be like over $200. So it's kind of like I don't think that's very cool that Benchmade bumps up their prices. They keep the prices the same, but for the base pricing, the prices are what they should be. This is where I normally will buy Benchmade stuff because of that. But I do think that that's a little, it's kind of whack. Kind of whack, but it's just something to think about. I get it, you know what I'm saying? They want to offer the good stuff for the vets and good stuff like that. Let's see, David, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Good afternoon to you. Where you at? You overseas? Because you know it's a goddamn 23:35 here. You know, the T200 or the S100, the ones you're looking at were high-end ones. Okay, you talking about for the Casios? Are those like, okay, so let me go back because it was such a shock, right? I'm gonna go back. Okay, Jay. We're gonna see, does the price become a little bit more digestible if I go, okay, so the T200 to about 300, 400 bucks. Okay. Here's the thing, my indices and on my actual dials, I like numbers. I don't like watches that don't have numbers on them. So like, I love the way that this case looks. I love the band on that, but bands are replaceable. I love the way this case looks, but I wouldn't wear it because it doesn't have numbers on it. Let me look at this also. Yeah, it does look like a dive watch. Is it a dive? It is a dive watch. Okay, that makes sense. So does the does its S100 have numbers on it? Is there a difference? Let's see. I know we're not talking about pianos, right? Right? I know we're not talking about goddamn piano.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
No, the S100 doesn't have numbers on it either. So yeah, I love the way they look, but I don't like them on my wrist. I need numbers. I need to be able to glance down, and it doesn't have to be I like analog, but I do like numbers in there. Any thoughts on the Ed Calderon EDC style? Because I don't know what it is. Let's look it up. Because I can't give you thoughts off the cuff. I might even know. So, all right. So we're looking at EDC. Is style a specific kind? I like being a peasant in chief because I don't know what the hell this thing is. Okay, I'm just saying. So is it by Tops Knives? He's a former Mexican law enforcement officer So he designs knives like R.J. Martin and Josh Smith and Chris Reeve and all those folks. Tactical meets practical, huh? Tops Knives is pumping out a lot of knives. Hey, let me know which one specifically you want me to check out. Alex, let me know which one you want me to check out specifically. I watched a video from SHOT Show with the designer of the Yojimbo. You need to check it out. Super informative around the Para and the Yojimbo family. He compared them to the Glocks. Okay. Let me save your message real quick. How do I know there's a way to, oh, here it is. Let me favorite your message so I can come back to that later on. Appreciate that. Just curious, when or how did the Knipex become an EDC item? So I think it was because of freaking Bubba's Like Me, right? I think it was our
What?
fault. Yeah.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I think it's our fault. I think folks started taking the photos, and when they came out with that little Knipex 4-inch one, the one that fits in EDC pouches, that was a wrap. And the thing is that literally, my grandfather was a pipe layer. No,
hey,
really.
Bro, come on now, dog.
I'm not being facetious.
Come on, man.
My grandfather, I say was, he's still with us. My grandfather went to Vietnam. When he came back from Vietnam, he entered the trades in Cleveland, Ohio, and he was a pipe layer from the 70s until he retired, from 1978-ish until he retired in the mid 2000s. He laid pipe for over 30 years, okay? Now, my grandfather's, he's one of those older type of heads where he still carries a flip phone. He refuses to, he doesn't really conform to our ways of new stuff. But whenever Knipex came out with these little 4-inch Cobra pliers, man, and people started doing goofy shit like putting them in the fifth wheel of their goddamn, like, what is this shit right here?
What?
Why?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Just get rid of it, man. I don't understand, like, when that started happening, we knew, we knew it was a wrap. And then folks started taking pictures of it and et cetera, et cetera. We knew what the goddamn deal was, right? But I don't know. When did it happen specifically? Just blame us. You know what I'm saying? I'm a part of it. I hate myself. Jeffrey says that Blade HQ has the lightweight Manix 2 in M4 dropping soon. It's screwed together construction so you can swap out the original GOAT scales. Interesting. It's so crazy because I have like no reason to buy any new Spydercos at the moment. I just bought, it was on live. I say I just bought it. It was on a live stream. I don't know if anybody was here. It was last summer. And I had a little bit of money set aside. And I asked Chad, I say, well, what Spyderco should I buy? So I came to base and I ended up, we kind of went through the options, and I already had a pair of 2. I had a pair of 3. I had a Delica 4. And so we were really trying to figure out, what is the next Spyderco that I wanted to snag? Oh, they got the Yojimbo here for $197. Interesting. Is a Yojimbo actually like a flippy type of knife, or does it open slowly? Because like the Delica 4, you can't just flip that thing open. Anyway, I ended up picking up the Spyderco Shaman. So I have that. I haven't bought a Spyderco. It's probably been over a year. So the Yojimbo looks interesting, but this one actually looks a little bit even more interesting. I never heard of this one. So this is Crucible CPM S30VN. Look at this blade shape. That is interesting. It looks like you could really get up there with your thumb and your index and do some intricate work, I guess. Is that why they have it shaped like that? Like, what would be the reason for having this indentation up here? That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only thing I could think of. So it's a warning style, reinforced tip, ergonomic handle. Anybody have any experience with this one? Interesting. Do I know any martial arts says move with purpose? Not like official martial arts. When I was in the Marine Corps, I was a martial arts instructor. I got pretty high up in that. I've literally been knocked out by several of my students because I refused to freaking tap, okay? So, I mean, I was a McMap instructor. Marine Corps martial arts is a mixture of Kung Fu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, heavy on the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and boxing. And so Marine Corps martial arts it's really designed for us. In the Marine Corps, we used to have what's called line training. And the Marines decided that line training, we had to get away from it because line training, literally all we taught Marines was how to kill people. So the Marine Corps decided to develop a martial arts program, and it turned into the Marine Corps martial arts program. So we went from line training, which is literally learning how to stab people eyeballs and just stab people in the throat and kill them, to learning how to make someone tap out, how to disable someone, how to do a leg sweep, how to do this, how to do ground fighting, standing strikes, stuff like that. So I was a Marine Corps martial. So that guy that's standing there, he's a Marine Corps martial arts instructor. He can, you could be the monitor for pugil sticks and stuff like that. So I went through this course to learn how to be an instructor, but that's about it. And yeah, so this move right here, different like rear naked chokes and stuff like that. That's when I was choked out by students. Because there's a lot of times when the student gets you in a rear naked choke, it's just like, I don't want to tap out. I taught him how to do this. The next thing you know, you're freaking asleep. So yeah, lessons learned. Now that I'm in my late 30s, I know that that's freaking nonsensical, but that's about it. I don't know like a specific one. I'm not doing Muay Thai or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu by itself. Tier 1 makes some good stuff, but I'm really digging the hidden hybrid myself. Yeah, I can't recommend them enough. I have a lot of other boomsticks, but I don't have holsters for them because I don't conceal carry them. So like my Airweight 1911, I don't have a holster for that. No, I have a belt holster that I wear at the range, but I don't have like a CCW holster, because my intention, if I ever have to use my boomstick, the boys in blue, I intend for them to have my boomstick for a couple of weeks or months while they investigate, right? Because if I have to use my boomstick to defend myself, my intention is for them to investigate what happened. And during that investigation, I'm going to be separated from my boomstick. So I'm okay with being separated from a J-frame Saturday Night Special or from a Bodyguard 380. Those aren't near and dear to my heart. But my Airweight 1911, my 40, some of my specialty 9 mils. Oh no, I don't want to be separated from those. So those don't get carried with me. Leatherman Probe. Oh yeah, we talked about that earlier. What up, Amber? Thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. What's your engine setup for your truck? Any air intakes? Was going to do the TRD Pro intake for my Tacoma, but might just eye candy and actually performance upgrade. So I drive a 2015 GMC Sierra, and I have a oh my god, I do have an air intake. The kind of, all you have to do is take it out and clean it. I can't remember who makes it though. So I've changed out the air intake from the factory air intake. I've added an EMP shield to the truck, which I know some of you may say you're freaking nuts, but I have an EMP shield on mine. And basically all the EMP shield does, it tries to prevent if there's an electromagnetic pulse or a lightning strike to your vehicle. It's there to protect your alternator and your battery. So I have an EMP shield directly on my vehicle, and I don't know if it's going to work until my vehicle were to ever be hit with either one of those two. So I have the original EMP shield, which is this $389 one. I didn't know they made it a micro version. I might need to look into that because sometimes when I open my hood, I do have issues closing the hood because of the size of the EMP. It's not that big, but you know, it does kind of get in the way. So I do subtle upgrades, but I do upgrades to kind of keep my vehicle going in a prep or SHTF situation. But you know, I understand it might be a fallacy because I might be one of the only vehicles rolling. I might be on one of the only vehicles rolling, but you know, I'd rather roll the dice to see how far I can get it and stuff like that. Coming in from Australia, that makes sense why you're saying afternoon. Well, thanks for kicking the door in. You're more than welcome here. I am from oh, I can't pronounce that. It's one of the best tourist cities here, just after Rio. I don't want to go to Rio because I mean Brazil is free. Y'all got some, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got some bangers in Brazil. Okay. Y'all got some bangers in Brazil. Y'all aren't playing around down there. Okay. I seen what they did to iShow Speed. And so I know y'all aren't playing around. But I want to look up, let me look up your city. Is your city a beach city? Oh my gosh. This is just, it's just beautiful. So it's in the state of Santa Catarina. So it looks like you're surrounded by lakes and bays. So not directly by the ocean. Interesting. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I might have to check that out. Right now, only trip we have planned this year is one of our friends is celebrating their 10-year anniversary. So we're going to an island, not Aruba. It's near Aruba. Somebody probably knows it in chat. I forget the name of the island. It's like really close to Aruba. We're going there. It has 42 beaches. Wow. Mikey Daily Carrot, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in. He's saying, what's Gucci? What up, man? Appreciate you kicking the door in. Only been off work for an hour. Bronny, what do? You only been off for an hour? It has a video with Sean Ryan on his podcast breaking down his EDC. I thought I actually may have saved that in some videos that I might want to watch. Love my flip phone. You still got a flip phone? Really? You still got a flip phone, man?
What?
Okay.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Listen, my grandfather refuses to give up his flip phone, but we're all on modern plans, right? Like my entire family's on Google Fi. My grandma and all of them are like on, I think on Verizon. He had to like get his shit grandfathered in, right? So the water pump flyers have more grip than needle nose. Found them on my current multi-tool. Yeah, they do have more grip. I do concur with that. But that grip will dig into whatever boat or whatever you're putting that on. There's a high likelihood you're gonna tear into it a little bit. Okay, I got you. Let me say that comment too. Okay, so Jeffrey says that it's a great design. Oh, he's friends with the designer of the, okay, so it just looks like a very interesting design. Like the Yojimbo doesn't really draw me in like this. Like this is drawing me in a little bit more than the Yojimbo. I mean, what do you guys think? Smash or pass on that? S for smash, P for pass. It's kind of drawing me in a little bit more than the Yojimbo, which is right here. Yeah, I mean, this is cool and all. They're both rocking the same blade steel. They both have G10 scales. I guess because this one's so popular, it's making me not want to get it. Does that make sense? Like I like to, I like to get popular shit, but not a lot of people are talking about the Shaman nowadays. Shaman came out years ago. You know, people did their videos and talked about it, and it's long gone. I'm the type of person that will pull something out, use it, carry it, and I'm A-okay with it, being the guy that has some older shit. This one looks very interesting to me, though. We're going to save this one. Matter of fact, am I logged in? Can I save it? Let me just throw it in my cart. We'll just throw it in my cart. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that one. Spyderco folder looks something like a puma, like a cat, a white hunter's spine. Yeah, Spyderco, man, they have a lot of interesting designs. Like a ton of them. Thoughts on the Gerber? Okay, so Gerber, here's my issue with Gerber. Anything Gerber is, I think that Neves Knives said it best, is like they're trying to get better, but they have their hands in so much stuff that sometimes like QC doesn't really hit the mark. So I'll look up the zilch, but it's just sometimes it's just QC doesn't really hit the mark like it should. And I think Gerber gear does make some good stuff. For instance, the military contract that Gerber's that they win, those knives are top notch. I have a Gerber Fast Tanto Auto S30V in steel. It is like this big bulky monster, and I've had it for over a decade. It's giving me no problems. This is $25. This, even if it's shitty, it's only fucking $25. Like, why not? I'm seeing S in the chat. Okay. I mean, $25, even if you hate it, here's my thing. If you don't own a lot of knives, you're just trying to expand your collection. If whatever you make per hour, I always say don't spend more than 2 hours of your pay on a knife if you're trying to expand your collection. So if you make $25 an hour and you buy a $50 knife, in essence, you wasted 2 hours of your life if you hate it. That's kind of how I look at it. If you don't know what you make per hour, if your salary, take your salary divided by 2,000. That's about 2,000 workable hours in a year. That's about how much you make an hour. So if you're trying to determine like, well, how much do I want to spend on a new knife? I'm getting new into this EDC stuff. This looks like the scales or handles are very thin, Bryce. So for me personally, I know that's going to get on my nerves. The liner lock, you know, it is what it is. I like the fact it has a thumb stud. The fact that they don't lead with the blade still lets me know it's budget. But it's a stone wash blade, so it's going to be a little easier to hide those snail trails and stuff like that. They don't even name the blade still. So, you know what this means, though? $25 knife. That means that you're just going to have to get used to sharpening it a little bit more often. That's like the real biggest thing. You might have to get used to sharpening it a little bit more often. So, let's see. Give me 1 second to freaking plug this thing up. Let's see. Ladies, do me a favor. Keep them company while I plug this thing up, okay? All right, ladies, get down real quick. Get down real quick. All right, so of course we work battery, everything, man. I got a battery monitor, battery cameras, etc., etc. I mean, but $25, man. The most it is like you spend $25, you still get to enjoy it, etc., etc. The pronunciation, it's like cow. Gotcha. Okay. S. Yeah, I'm seeing S's in there for that knife. 100%. It's something like I said, I threw it in the cart, and I might want to check it out. Alex, has any recommendations for tactical folders for women? For for one person or for one person carry in car knife. Alex, this is what I would say. So my wife, I had her on a podcast a few months ago. We have a podcast. We're about to start season 2, but if you go to my channel, it's called the Mantuary Podcast, and me and my wife run it. And on one of the episodes of Mantuary Podcast, we did a live drawing of a knife. So I laid out like 20 knives for her, and she landed on the Benchmade Mini Osborne. Now, it's the word tactical leads me to believe you want something that's like darker, or maybe it has like extra features, right? But she really likes the Mini Osborne, and because of that, she carries it more often than she thought she would. So my advice would be, but the Mini Osborne's a pricey boy. Let me see how much it is right now. I don't even know if they have. Let's see, field trip. Let's see if we could look it up. So I bought it on base. I want to know how much it is on base, and then we'll look it up in real life. They may not even sell it on base anymore. So the regular Osborne's 180. Mini Barrage, Mini Crooked River. Yeah, I don't think they have it on base anymore. But she has the Mini Osborne BK, which is the black and blue version. It's pricey. I don't know what your budget is. $230 is a pricey boy, in my opinion. I wouldn't spend this much money on it. I know I didn't spend this much money on it, but it's smaller. She actually carries this in her purse, in her car, and she actually uses this on job sites. My wife is an interior designer, so every now and again she has to whip out a knife for interior design shit. Like if she's opening up a brand new box of tile for samples for a client or stuff like that, she has a knife on her and she can use it or whatever. So this is her go-to, and hopefully that helps you out. What else we got here? I sharpen my knives all the time due to me being a chef. There you go. My go-to sharpening system is the TS Prof. I saw Neve's knives video on it. Literally, I just so happened to be watching one of his videos on it. He's fantastic for giving you advice on how to sharpen knives. And then TS Prof reached out to me to send it to me. The TS Prof Pioneer is what I've been using lately. That thing is fantastic. If you got a little bit of time and you can sit down and actually sharpen your knives. I like to sharpen my knives like while I watch NASCAR and shit like that. But this system's been doing pretty good. So $352. I didn't even know how much the shit costs. It's freaking pricey. But the one thing I like about it is, unlike Work Sharp, is that you can use any stones that you want to. So it comes with all these stones. It comes with a clamp. They also send me a digital angle finder, which it doesn't come with that. But with the Work Sharp, you have to use their stones, or you have to buy a conversion kit. So this is what I've been using. The base is kind of small, so that's something you got to think about. You're gonna have to clamp it down, or you're gonna have to screw it into some wood or something like that. Never thought about comparing the amount of money you make to the knife, not do the same math of how much gas you spend. Oh my gosh, it would be ridiculous. Mrs. X drives way more than I do. Being an interior designer, she's an interior designer for a builder. So she does interior design work for $1 million houses. So she has to drive to the houses to make sure that the tradesmen, the builder, the project manager are following her designs. So she's always on the road. I work from home, so she drives more than I do. Hey, Semper Fi, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in there, motivator. A common complaint of women who carry pocket knives is the dies don't tend to be as deep, so the shorter knives would make more sense. Okay, that does, yeah. Yeah, that does. I think that's why she was drawn to the Mini Osborne. She liked the way that the Mini Freak looked, and I'm glad she didn't pick that one because I like the Mini Freak. She ended up getting the Mini Osborne out of my collection. So, all right, let me jump into this video. Hold on, wait. He says, I guess I'm the only single motherfucker in this chat. Congratulations, okay? Congratulations. He says, I might be the only single one. That can't be it, man. All right, let me see. How did he draw me in? Let's see what's going on real quick.
Welcome to our last video.
Really, is this really a farewell video, Zach in the Wild? Listen, Zach in the Wild, I don't watch as much as I could. The real Chris Brown, thanks for kicking the goddamn door in, man. Like, I didn't watch you as much as the last video I watched from you was the Leatherman Arc video. You're a reason why I have FOMO for the Leatherman Arc. You're also a reason, you and Max Level EDC. So when I watched your Leatherman Arc video, I wanted it. I wanted it freaking bad, man. You had me freaking really wanting to just go out there and get that shit.
Pause.
Okay, but I ended up just holding back a little bit. And I watched Max Level EDC do some mods to his free P2 and his free P4. And I was like, oh, I'm just going to do that. That makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. But I love your video. I know you can't hear me right now, but if someone clips this or if you watch this later, freaking love the work that you were out there pumping out, okay? You're out there making that shit happen, and you're always just dressed so freaking well, okay?
Gay!
It's okay to let the man know he's dressed good. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
We've been running at this project for just over 2 years.
2 freaking years, and they're making it happen. I started this channel August 2021. I dropped my first video like September 2021. So it's about to be 3 years for me. Math and Marines. Yeah, 3 years. Throw some goddamn crayons on the table. I bet I can do that goddamn math. But you've been doing this shit for 2 years, killing the game, man. Say it ain't so.
And it's just kind of finally come to its end.
So from the outside, the channel has been just an amazing success. We've grown astronomically over the past few years. You guys have shown up time and time again to watch our videos, and we're super grateful. And the other cool thing is Zach and I, we still like each other. We don't hate each other.
So who's the guy on the left? Is that his editor or the guy that films? Or because I know who Zach is. Someone put in chat who the guy is on the left, because he tells good jokes.
So it's not that, that's not the reason why we're deciding to shut the channel down either. It all just kind of comes down.
Wait, y'all are shutting the channel down. I thought maybe y'all were like spoofing me a little bit, but this is like a, you know what I'm saying? Dwayne, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man. Zipper5 says, 2 crayons plus 1 more crayon equals what, man? I'm gonna go with 6, okay?
What?
I'm just saying.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
To what makes financial sense for us. When we started this thing, we always knew that a media company in the knife world was never going to pay the bills. And we kind of had some avenues for different revenue options, and all of them just ended up not panning out.
And we always told you guys,
The Baby Banter by Savivi is really good, Dwayne. The Elementum button lock, I couldn't convince her of that. But the Baby Banter, she liked the Banter, which is We Knife, the bigger version. But she really didn't like the G10 scales on the Banter. The size she was a big fan of, but the scales she
this
wasn't.
thing would sink or swim on us being authentic with you guys and not shilling and not just selling things to sell things. We just wanted to tell good stories and share our experiences with you guys. So we are so grateful for you guys showing up for that and enjoying it, which is a huge deal. You might see us around. We got a couple little lingering things out there. Jamie might be doing some stuff in the knife world here pretty soon, so that'll be interesting. And I'm
Jamie, okay, his name is Jamie.
just gonna go off and roam and do my Zach thing for a little while, because that's what I do. We may be together at Blade Show Atlanta this year in 2024.
Who's going to Blade, Texas? I'll be at Blade, Texas. I'll be the black guy with goddamn dreadlocks, okay? I'll be the black guy with dreads. If you want to catch me at Blade, I'll be at Blade Atlanta too. So both of them.
We'll see. We'll see if that pans out or not.
So I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming along on this wild ride over the past few years. Thanks for showing up, guys.
And I just wanted to say also thanks from me as well as personally. It's been huge. There are stories that we've wanted to tell. We've had a ton of fun. I mean, we've knocked all over the country telling a bunch of different stories. So we're just really grateful for all the support, and we'll catch you out there.
Man, I feel like they're like maybe my age. I'm 37. I feel like they might be a little bit younger than me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Zach got that little salt and pepper going on. You know, the ladies like that salt and pepper in his beard. And then Jamie he's balding a little bit. So they both might be around my age. I got a little salt and pepper going on. I'm not balding, and I feel like y'all got so much left in the tank, but I get it, man. Sometimes when you got other shit to do, it be like that, man. YouTube is a hobby for me. So I could see one day me pulling the chalks too. Like, I got a full-time job that pays me and keeps me busy. I don't think I could ever imagine myself going full-time on YouTube. I just don't think I could do it. It's hard to imagine it because it's like, for me personally, my full-time job pays me 6 figures. So I'm like, could I ever imagine being nervous that YouTube couldn't maintain my family? I don't know about that shit. So I can understand where Zach and Jamie are coming from. I could understand that. Oh, they're out of here. They're out of here for real. Man, oh man. Shout out to y'all, man. Let me get a goddamn drink, man. Let me get a drink just for them. Ladies, please bring it out real quick for them real quick. Because, you know, I'm just saying, man. Oh my gosh, it be like that sometimes. Somebody put me down. Matter of fact, it's no somebody needed. Dwayne is here. Put me down for 2 ounces. My resident statistician is here. He went to NYU. You know what I'm saying? Got his master's degree in statistics. Somebody Dwayne, put me down for 2 ounces. You know what I'm saying? Put me down for 2 ounces. We're gonna say that's a smooth 2 ounces, man. That's crazy that they're out of here, man.
What's up, people? Welcome to...
Let me check out this man cave. Listen, if y'all don't follow Kendrick Foster, he pumps out some fantastic stuff when it comes to... I'm going to share his page with y'all because he's pumping out some fantastic... Did I copy the right link? Let's see. No, I didn't. Hold on. Let me undo. 2 ounces. Appreciate that, Dwayne. He's really good at pumping out content to help really manifest your man cave. Like, he has some fantastic ideas. Now, this little titty bulb on the goddamn ceiling is not for me. Okay?
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
That's the first thing I seen, kid.
Come on, man.
But beyond the freaking titty light right there on the goddamn ceiling, okay? He is like this man cave aficionado. If you have a man cave in a basement, my man cave's a 3-car garage, okay? So I have to do things a little bit different, but I love watching his man cave tours. It gives me inspiration, and so this is his 2024 next Netflix and chill, really? Okay, sir, I feel you. Man cave tour. So let's check this out real quick.
The 2024 Man Cave Tour. I haven't done one of these in 2 years, and I've done some upgrades to the space, so I figured it was time to do a new video. So in this video, I'm going to go.
It's so crazy because he made so much use out of this space, and there are some things that I immediately want to snatch up and do that are 100% on my to-do list for mine.
Go into a little bit more detail than I usually do in these videos, so I'm gonna have y'all grab a drink, grab a snack. It's gonna be a little longer video, but I think I'm gonna give y'all a lot of good ideas on some things that you can do to upgrade your man cave space. So we're gonna start off in the man cave, but then at the end of the video, we're gonna go into the home theater.
Now that's what I don't have space for. I don't have space for a home theater. So like all mine has to be like focused around this TV behind me. I actually have like a part of my garage is a gym. Another part of my garage is like has a workbench. So I really have to figure out how can I really make this space work.
And see what we have in the home theater, which is my favorite space. But let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to start off on this digital movie poster, which is one of my favorite DIY projects.
Now this digital movie poster, he took an old 32-inch TV, and I have an old PC, like a baby mini PC, and I don't use it for anything. I think I want to do the same thing. He took a 32-inch TV, built a little frame, and just runs movie posters. Like, okay, I could do some shit like that.
That I've done. Pretty much just used an old 32-inch TV that I wasn't using and an old laptop to make this work. Now this is working using an app called the Movie Poster app. I'll have this link down in the description if you want to check it out. It's a free app that you can use that pulls movie posters from the internet and displays them on your screen. Now it has a lot of options to it, so there's a lot of customization that you can do to this to make it your own. A really cool project that I think will take your man cave to the next level. Now we're going to move on to the actual bars.
Now the only thing about my man cave is I'm not big into professional sports, so I don't, like football jerseys and basketball. Like the only professional sports I watch religiously is NASCAR. So like my man cave is really geared towards, I don't know, it doesn't have a lot of sports paraphernalia on it or anything like that.
Now I actually have never really covered this in a video, but I actually had an older bar here before and I wanted to take that out and put this one in. Now this is built using your basic already pre-built kitchen cabinets that you can buy from Home Depot.
See, we got this place in Dallas called Yeehaw. And Yeehaw, you can get kitchen cabinets for like $35. I can imagine getting a bunch of kitchen cabinets, slapping them together, spraying them, because I have a paint sprayer, spraying them, and building some shit like this. Like, I like this because of the motivation. I didn't know that this actually seems more simple than I thought. I thought he had this shit done by some contractors.
Or Lowe's, depending on the size that you want, you can, put multiple sections together. And all I had to really do was build the wall for the half ball part, for the actual part where people sit. Now this project probably took, if I had to guess, around maybe $1,100 to $1,200 to build the whole bar. And that's including the countertops, which are made using an epoxy. So this is actually a different countertop that you saw in the first video. I actually re-poured it. Because I think the first one had a little bit too much going on. It had blue, orange, and all these different colors. So I wanted something a little bit more subtle. So I switched it over to...
I work with epoxy, but I never tried to pour it in that massive amount. I guess, what do you just like create a wood barrier or like a PVC barrier and pour it and then break the barrier off? Interesting.
To this white and blue look, and I really love it. The epoxy countertops you'll see throughout the video, some other spaces in the video, but I just love how this epoxy turned out.
I wish I could fit a pool table. I mean, I could fit a pool table in this man cave, but I have an 8-foot workbench and I work on it. So I would have to, if I put a pool table in my man cave, I would have to decide I'm no longer doing DIY projects.
Now we're going to move over to this bottle stand. This is another DIY project if you're not already getting.
Those bottle stands that he has for his liquor, those things are like between like $150 and $300, at least on Amazon. Like that 3-tier system. And it's just like, I think it's mostly plexiglass or maybe real glass. I don't know.
The gist of this, all of these projects are 100% DIY. Like I said before in other videos, I did not like paying people to do stuff. So all of these are going to be DIY projects. Now I saw these bottle stands on Amazon and the prices are ridiculous. And I'm talking about like $500 to $600 for these bottle stands.
$700, they can keep that shit. Absolutely no.
He needs some milk.
No, I need to get the DIY plan, sir. Because I would rather build the shit than give you $700 American dollars for some shit I think I can do myself.
So of course, you know, I had to make my own using just some basic wood that you can get from Home Depot. I use a sheet of plexiglass to make the actual shelves. You spray paint them white, and then you put the LEDs underneath to give it that cool glow effect. Definitely a very cheap and inexpensive project. This probably cost me less than $200 to make, and I think it turned out pretty good. Now, over top of the bar, you'll see this is the Sony Bravia XBR 65X85.
Am I weird? Because I have a 65-inch TV behind me right now, and I literally want a smaller TV. Like, I play Xbox, and I play, like, PS5 on this TV. And when I'm sitting I sit near it, it's so big. It's kind of hard to see everything that I'm doing. Or should I just buy like a small gaming monitor and move my Xbox away from that shit? Because it's nice to watch NASCAR and watch, you know, I watch a lot of true crime shit. I watch a lot of YouTube on there. But gaming on it is kind of hard.
And this is a 65-inch smart TV. Now, this was released in 2021, so you probably can't even buy this TV. And that's a good thing, because this TV, for some reason, is one of the slowest and most laggy TVs I've ever purchased. And that's
the only thing that would get on my nerves. See, so that counter that he has, I guess it's counter height or spectator height. If I don't have anywhere for my knees to go, that would get on my nerves. I like the fact that he can pull up and sit down. But I hate bumping my knees up against pony walls and shit like that.
From when I brought it. Now, this is using the X1 processor, and I think that's one of the reasons that it was slow. But it's an easy fix just to put a Chrome stick or Amazon Fire Stick on it, and you don't really have to deal with the built-in interface. Now, as you can see up on his bulk.
Tammy, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, ma'am. He said, no, I ain't. She said, no, I ain't heard of you either. Tammy, you an OG. You heard of me? Tammy, we are just checking out Kidrick's Man Cave tour. I'm gonna pin his channel in the chat so y'all can go follow him. Go subscribe, and when you subscribe, comment on one of his videos. Tell him that Marine X sent you over there.
Okay, this was a space that wasn't really used, but I saw that I was like, oh, I could put some pictures up here and actually put this space to use. So I got my dad to frame up some of my old photos from, you know, back in my sports days, and some photos from my brothers when they were playing sports.
That's what I should do. I got like old Marine Corps photos, college degrees, Poindexter days, shit like that. I should find a place to put my shit up there as well.
And I think it gives like
got that damn titty light up there, Kidra. You gotta listen. I know you are handy, okay? Go to your circuit breaker, kill the electricity to that titty light. Go to goddamn Home Depot, sir, and go ahead, throw another light up there, man. You know, the titty light is it's not doing it for me.
Nice little personal touch to the space. Now, down in the comment section, let me know if any of these projects that I cover in this video gave you an idea or inspired you to do anything in your man cave. I'm curious to see what one of these projects y'all gonna incorporate into y'all space, so drop those down in the comment section. Now we're gonna go over to the liquor cabinet. Now, a lot of people.
So he has a liquor stand and a liquor cabinet. He has a good goddamn head on his shoulders. Because I don't buy too many bottles because I don't have anywhere to put them. But did he build this, or it has a lock on it? This like it came from an actual like distributor.
People asked about where I got this from. Now, if you want to get one of these, it's kind of tricky, but if I had to give you some advice, I would tell you to go to your local liquor store. What happens is the liquor distributors will give these to the liquor store. So chances are
Izzy says, I got rid of all my titty lights in my crib when I first moved in. Listen, I still got a couple of them left, and Mrs. X is on my ass about that shit, okay? Okay, we're in a hoarder house. There's a lot of other stuff I'm doing. We're in the middle of renovating the dining room right now. I'll be done with that like probably this upcoming weekend. but titty lights are on my list.
Local liquor store will have some of these sitting in the back of their store in a box because they're given to them for free. So if you offer $50, I actually got this.
Like, I love the aesthetic he has here. He has the, I don't know if that's shiplap or if he put if that's real tile or if it's shiplap wood or whatever on the walls. He has a baseball bat. Maybe that means something to him. Looks like he has like a little Alexa next to it, a popcorn machine. Like, this type of vibe I like. Little fish tank for the kids, because my man cave, if I have my kids out here, I won't smoke any sticks, but I do have a really good ventilation system out here that pulls the smoke directly outside. But this is the type of stuff where I want to be able to have the kiddos as well. This is a good vibe that he has going on right here.
This one for $50. So if you would be interested in something like this, just go down to your local liquor store and ask if they have something in the back. Now we're going to move on to my theater riser. Now, I actually have a dedicated video on how I built this riser. And another thing, I have a dedicated video on the digital movie poster as well. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I have a digital movie poster video to show you how to make that. And I have a video for this theater riser. Now, I definitely love the way this is laid out to give the back row.
That's like a very simple DIY project that y'all could definitely do. Like, very simple. Like, he ran electrical. I don't know about running electrical on top of carpet, but he ran electrical. So I'm assuming he tapped into his wall. He jumped an electrical plug. And basically it's like building a wall on a floor. They look like those studs are, I'm assuming, are they 16 inches apart? I can't really tell. But you just build a big rectangle and some 2x4s in the middle. Jump a plug if you need to. That's like easily done. Mike and Ike's EDC, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for being a goddamn member. We appreciate that, man.
Row elevated view so everywhere it can be the perfect seat in the house. Now on the back of that second row is another bar that I made just from scraps from when I was making the other bar. And the top of this is also made with epoxy. And as you can see on the bottom, it's just being held up by some 3/4 inch pipe that I have screwed into the.
So he's about this epoxy life. It must not be that hard to do because he epoxied the wet bar, he epoxied the spectator height counter, and also this little sitting area behind his recliners. Okay.
Riser. So a really, really simple project to make this, and it gives those 3 extra seats in the back so you can sit back there and enjoy the show. Now on this side of the cave, we
look at this TV. This has to be OLED. Is OLED really that much better? Okay, so like, look, that's the little monitor that I'm monitoring on this chat is like a little 15-inch OLED monitor that I picked up, and that's all I could fucking afford. Okay, Boosie.
Hey,
okay,
bro, come on now, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
I got this little 4K OLED monitor that I use to monitor chat, but that's all I use it for. It's good, right? I don't watch. Maybe I should use it more, but like his TV, I'm assuming that has to be OLED. It looks freaking amazing, better than the first TV that he showed us. Is OLED is it really worth it? Like, should I think about putting an OLED TV in replace of this 65-inch behind me? Let me know. Do you guys have OLED, like big OLED TVs? Let me know in the chat.
We have the Sony 80J 75-inch. Now, I recently replaced this TV, the TV that was.
Jeffrey says epoxy is all about the prep work. Okay, yeah, because the epoxy that I did, I built our dining room table, and I used epoxy, but I only used epoxy to fill the holes in the wood because I bought some ash wood from a local lumber store out here. In the lumber yard, there's knocks in the wood, and you got to fill those holes with epoxy. So that's all I use epoxy for, is to fill holes in wood. I haven't actually poured epoxy slabs.
Here is the TV that is now over the bar with the 120 hertz refresh rate. I have it paired up with the PS5. This is where the kids come down to play the game. On the back side of the,
yeah, those colors look good. Even me watching a YouTube video of his TV, the colors look good. So that means in person, it has to be a complete panty dropper of a TV.
Cave, you can see the DIY arcade machine I built.
85-inch Samsung QN90B, says Mike and Ike's. OLED is king, says Bryce. Get it and you will love it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wouldn't mind going from a 65-inch LED that I have behind me to like a 55-inch OLED. I don't think I would mind doing that. Now, this next one, he had this 2 years ago. I told myself 2 years ago when I watched this that I was going to do it. I still haven't done it, Boosie,
Hey,
okay?
bro, come on now, dog.
I still haven't done it.
Come on, man.
He has an entire video on how he built this. It's equivalent to a Megacade. Okay, let's do a quick little field trip. So he built this, right? If I want to get a Megacade costs $3,500, right? Now, a Megacade has four areas for people to play, right? 4 areas for people to play. $3,500. Now, his DIY project, I think it could be less than $1,000. I think this year, I think I'm going to do this and really put an arcade in the man cave.
Now, I also have a video, not for this particular machine, but I do have a video on a similar build that I used to make a smaller version of this same machine. So if you'd be interested in making something like this, I have a video for that. I'll have that link down in the description. But this is like a really cool project that I did, one of my favorites.
That's like some true DIY shit right there, using a circ saw. You know what I'm saying? A jigsaw, circ saw clamped down to a speed table, a workhorse little table. Because I got all sorts of woodworking shit here. There's no reason why I haven't done this. And it looks like he used MDF, which is very easy to work with. A lot of dust, though.
Favorites, one of my first projects I did. Now, this is built using just your regular MDF board, and the whole system is ran from a Raspberry Pi. Now, again, this is another project that I used one of my spare TVs I had laying around.
You just got spare TVs all over the goddamn place, sir. I want to get like you, man. Boy, you got so many spare 32-inch TVs laying around. I guess in theory I could, but I'm gonna have to check it out, kid. I got to check it out.
32-inch TV. A really fun project that came in a little bit under $1,000.
So he spent less than $1,000, or you can get a Megacade, which costs $3,500. Now this is a Dreamcade. The actual Megacade brand, theirs is still over $3,000. If you want to get something similar to what he built, it's still about the same amount of money. These arcade systems, this is 100% a DIY project because I'm not spending that type of money, especially, and I feel bad about this. I literally have not turned my PS5 on in over a freaking month.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
I haven't.
Come on, man.
Like, I play my Xbox Series X because I have the Game Pass and I have Call of Duty and shit on there. My PS5, I have it. And I told myself, oh, I need both because of the exclusives on both machines. Man, let me tell you something. My PS5, I have Elden Ring and Horizon Forbidden West or whatever that shit is called. And I have not turned it on in over a month. When I want to play games, I just turn on the Xbox. So maybe I guess that means I need to sell the PS5. I don't know. Or use the shit, right?
All right, so our last stop before we go into the home theater is my step lighting. Again, this is another project that I've done
super practical. Because it looks pretty dope. I wouldn't do RGB. It's just a little bit too much going on for me. I would probably make one consistent color, but that way people aren't freaking busting their grapes while they're coming in and out of the man cave. Makes a lot of sense.
Did a video on the channel, so if you want to get a more in-depth description on how to do this.
It's so crazy, Simplify, because I have Elden Ring and I'm probably only 45 minutes into the game. Shame on me, man.
What?
45 minutes.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Mike and Ike's EDC says, if you build it yourself, you have to decide how you're going to obtain the games. That's one thing. He has a Raspberry Pi, and I understand how you have to get those games. That's another thing. I don't know where to get all those games at, right? I have a mini PC laying around that I want to use for the movie poster. But maybe I should use the mini PC for the arcade. I don't know.
Check out for that video, but the short of it is I just ran 2 Govee. make sure that Govee, you'll catch that theme throughout this video, but Govee lights going up the side of this
45-minute simper. It's disgusting.
And I think it really gives a really cool effect when you're coming down into the man cave space that is normally much forgotten, and I think it gives it a really cool look.
I see you, sir. You did a little trot up the stairs. You know what I'm saying? You got to do a little trot whenever. Listen, sometimes it hurts my heart to leave the man cave like it does. The man cave is my sanctuary, my editing station where I come out and hang out. I can smoke sticks. I can eat meals out here. You know what I'm saying? I can go goddamn 20 toes with Mrs. X out here. All that good shit, okay? %. Listen, Simper, you say I got to pump those numbers up. Me and Porky got to pump our numbers up, man, because he doesn't use his PS5 either. Like, we're both lacking.
All right, so that's it for out here. I'm going to do one quick pan around just to make sure I didn't forget anything. If you see anything in this man cave that you're curious about that I didn't cover in the video, definitely drop it down in the comment section. I can either tell you about it in the comment, or if it's something that needs a little bit more explanation, I can make a video. So before we go into the home theater, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor, go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. All of that definitely helps the channel.
You see how he did this? I like this. So I'm not knocking other YouTubers, but if you're going to ask for me to subscribe or like your video, I want you to give me content, give me value before you do that. He gave me a good 9 minutes of content of all these ideas, and then he asked for the like. Sir, I'll give you the goddamn like. Yes, 100%. Now let me see the home theater.
And I definitely appreciate it. All right, so let's go in to the home theater.
Okay, y'all see that cloud, that lights he has on the ceilings? That's how I discovered his channel. He did a video on this cloud light system on his channel. I think the video has almost 1 million views. Let me look it up real quick. Field trip. Let me look that shit up real quick. Popular. Yes, 1.4 million views. That's how I discovered him. It just popped up in my feed one day. He did a video on how to do this cloud lighting. I thought was so freaking dope. I still haven't done it. So freaking dope. And that's how I discovered him. So let me see what else he got going on with this. The theater.
Okay, so the first thing in the home theater we're going to cover is the Samsung Q80 QLED TV. This is a 75-inch, one of my favorite TVs in the house. Now, you know, Samsung doesn't really do the OLED, but they do the QLED, which I think is the next best thing.
What's the difference between a QLED and an OLED? I guess I know OLED has like independent lights, right? Dimming zones and shit like that. What's the QLED? Is there a difference?
From OLED, definitely has a bright picture, has that vivid colors that I really like, and one of my favorite TVs in the house. Now paired up with the Q80, I have it hooked up to this Pioneer VSX 834 audio receiver. Now this is a 7.2 channel receiver, 135 watts per channel. And the reason that I really picked this one is because the 7.2 channel, I have the Dolby.
So that's one thing I have to upgrade is my receivers are 5.1, and I've had it since 2012, and it only passes through 1080p. So like I have my Xbox, and I have my I don't know if my phone's still alive, but is it? Oh, my phone died. Okay. Anyways, I have my Xbox, I have my PS5 running through my receiver, but it only passes through 1080p, so I'm not getting 4K when I watch TV.
The Atmos, which really takes your audio to the next level. As far as the speakers on the system, I'm using some really budget speakers. These are the Polk Audio T series. So the front channel is the T30, and then the bookshelf speakers on the two on the front.
Let me tell y'all something. So I bought a hoarder house, right? And the lady that we bought this house from, the city was about to evict her from her own house, right? So we bought this house from her, and when I bought the house, I changed the locks, and everything inside the house was mine. Inside the house, I discovered 4 THX speakers that were worth $1,000 a piece. Those are now my speakers, a part of my stereo system, okay? She literally just had them laying around the garage. They work fantastic. They sound great.
On the back are the T15s. Something that I definitely want to upgrade in the future, but I definitely think it's really important to get what you can get at the time. I know a lot of people, but
look at the colors on this TV. QLED doesn't look goddamn bad either.
No, just wait, save up their money for years and years and years till they can get exactly what they want. I want to enjoy my space as soon as possible. So I got these speakers. Again, of course, I want to eventually upgrade the speakers.
I see a projector, so you have the TV and you must have like a screen or something, right?
A receiver, and also our next thing, which is the projector. So this projector is the ViewSonic PX700. This is a 1080p projector with 3500 lumens, has HDMI, VGA, and USB inputs on the back.
Oh, that's old school. So I'm gonna assume you're gonna be updating that soon. 1080p with VGA. That's some old school specs.
I had another ViewSonic right when I bought this, and it was 720. I immediately took that back and got this one because I gotta at least have 1080p. You can definitely see the difference in the clarity and the brightness. I think this is the minimum.
Okay, so he dropped the screen. That doesn't look, 1080p doesn't look horrible. Most of our phones are 1080p. Most of the content we consume is 1080p. I film these videos in 4K, shit like that, but 1080p is fine. But I want that 4K.
That you need in a real home theater. This comes in at around $500, so I don't think anything in a price point less than that is going to give you what you're really looking for as far as the visual quality. And eventually this is another thing that I want to upgrade to a 4K projector. So be on the lookout, because of course when I get that, I'm going to be making a video on it. Now this projector,
man, that screen come down slow as shit. I get it. It's not like you're going to be in a rush, but goddamn.
It's being projected onto this 100-inch drop-down motorized projector screen. Now this is a screen I got from Micro Center, but they sell these on Amazon. Again, I'll have the links for all of this stuff down in the description if you want to check.
Do y'all have Micro Centers near y'all? I love me some Micro Center. Like we got like I think 1 or 2 in the Metroplex. You can always go there, slap a coupon. Micro Center is like the Harbor Freight for electronics.
But if I want to get into that 4 movie mode and I don't want to watch it on a 75-inch, I can just drop down this screen, fire up the projector, and get that full cinema experience. I really love the immersion you get when you're watching movies on the projector. Now, all of my video sources from the projector and from the TV are coming from the NVIDIA Shield. Now, this NVIDIA Shield has the Tegra X1 Plus processor, 2 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of storage, and you can actually expand it with your micro SD card. But
hey, what up, Steven? Thanks for stopping by.
I really love it because of the interface. It's fast, it's snappy, and it's using that base Google operating system that I feel is the best when it comes to navigating through the apps and the different programs that you're going to be using. And of course, this has 4K HDR streaming, Google Assistant.
He said, I live in the middle of nowhere, Idaho and Washington. There's no Micro Center. They are so freaking goated. Nice. Now, you know what's the RMS power input for those speakers? I have no clue. I would have to look it up. I just know that when I found the speakers, I Googled them and I was like, $1,000 each. She's a freaking idiot.
And you can actually game on this if you wanted to. So now we're going to move on to the back of the home theater, and we're going to take a look at the home theater seating. Now, I don't even...
Lauren says, I don't have room for a 75-inch. Yeah, I don't think I would do a 75-inch here in my man cave, but the I think I would consider that. So what I'm taking away from this video so far is I really want to do that arcade, and I really want to do somewhere. I built this table that I'm sitting at. I think I want to build one more of these tables.
We had one requirement when I got these seats, and it was that they be 100% pure leather. Now, I got these from forseating.com. Now, if you look on this website, you can get lost on the different varieties of home theater seating that they have. They can get really, really expensive, but they definitely have some nice things to check out on that website. Next thing we're going to check out is the Lumari Sync Box. Again, this is another product that I have a video on if you want to check out and get more details on. But I really think this sync box took the theater to another level. Now, of course, you've seen a lot of the sync boxes where you get the colors around the TVs, and I think that's really cool. But these took it to the next level.
I heard the little shade he just threw there. He said, I think those are pretty cool, but his is must be goated, right?
These actually come with 4 recessed lights that you can mount into the ceiling.
See, I like that. See, it seems like as his TV changes, it syncs the colors and it gives a little bit of separation for the TV. I like that.
And those recessed lights will match what's going on the TV, which really...
He says, I'm watching this on my 43-inch TCL because I'm cheap.
It will take your immersion in the home theater to another level. If you want to see more about those, I'll have the link.
You do a lot of projects, just like all your shit. Like, he just cut a hole in the ceiling, and I get nervous about doing that without covering everything. I'm like putting dust protection on everything. I like the fact you just freaking go for it.
For that video down in the description, definitely one of my favorite upgrades that I made to the space. And last but not least, one of my favorite DIY projects that I've done down here in the man cave for the home theater, and that's the DIY star ceiling. Now, a lot of you might have seen this video already, but this thing is still going strong. Still one of my favorite projects that I've done on this channel or inside the man cave.
You know what's so crazy? I read some of the comments on that video that he made. Most people were shitting on his project because they thought the lights would get too hot and burn his house down. And LEDs, like those type of LEDs, they put off barely any heat. Obviously, he built this 3 years ago and his house has not caught on fire. So he knows what the fuck he's doing, right?
And I think this is the one thing that really took the home theater to another level. Just laying down here, looking up at the stars is really a special thing. So again, I'm curious, which one of these projects in this video are you going to implement into your man cave? I'm really curious to hear. So meet me down in the comment section. Let's talk about it. I want to thank y'all for watching. Don't forget.
Yeah, I like that shit, man. I'm a big fan of that project, so y'all got to go check him out. Even if your man, listen, so even if the man cave is not that big or whatever, like it's 100% something that can be done. So even like for my wife, I built her a babe cave a couple of years ago, and it's probably like,
hey, what's going on?
What about lowest views videos? But I built her an entire room that just has it's literally called the babe cave. Same concept, and she but if you have a babe cave, a man cave, whatever the case may be, just freaking, you might be able to take some ideas or some vision from his and be able to make it happen. I've updated her babe cave 3 or 4 times since this video, but 100%, man, you got to check that type of stuff out. Let's see here. If you build another one of your bourbon tables, will you film it for the members? I like woodworking. I would like to know. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I will film that. I will film that. The basic thing that I did, Mike and I, is I bought a white oak from a local lumber yard, and I have a circle jig for my router, and you just have to cut. It takes a lot of passes, but you have to cut a big ass circle. And as long as you can do that, then and then you just buy a barrel. It's basically you build a tabletop and you connect the barrel to you connect the tabletop to a barrel. And Damon has a question saying, as a newbie in prepping survival martial arts though, how many miles on different terrain counts are rucking in 3-5 miles in a week? Rookie numbers. I'm wearing a gray man. So like when I ruck, my goal is to ruck at least 5 miles. It really just depends on It really depends on what my wife has going on. We got 5 kids, okay? My wife's fucking, we got five
Hey,
kids, okay?
bro, come on now,
We got a lot of them.
Come on, man.
So for me, I try to ruck at least 5 miles. If I don't have the time or the capacity, if I can get 3 quick miles in or whatever, but just whatever you can do to get yourself endurance-wise will be pretty good. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all stopping by for another Man Cave Monday. Time for me to bounce my ass up out of here, man. I gotta go to that upper room, baby.
That upper room, nigga.
Hit that subscribe button. We appreciate that. We will speak soon.